Hey, what's up, guys? I'm laying here in bed at 1:45 in the afternoon on Monday. Why? Because I went out last night and I was up till 6 in the morning hooking up with this Welsh girl on the beach. So I was woken up today by a phone consultation that I had for 12 months to mastery, and it was good. I was real excited to get to talk to this student because he's one of the guys I'm actually going to be interviewing in the next little bit to show you guys what kind of goes on in 12 months to mastery, how I help these guys on a personal level, what happens over the months, what we learn, etc., etc. So you'll be hearing from that guy in a couple weeks. But I'm still in bed, so I'm about to get my day started, and I figured I would start by talking to you guys about my video blog for this week, which is something that I like to do every Monday. So my weekend obviously was pretty good. I was hooking up with some Welsh girl. I also, hung out with Zuzu a little bit. He came down. We went out. It was really bad weekend, kind of dead. One thing I've learned is that cities are very seasonal with their nightlife. And I actually moved to Miami in the complete wrong season because Miami is good during the winter when model season is here, and when it's cold everywhere else, people want to get away, they want to go down to Miami and party, whereas in summer, it's hot as fuck. Like, I lived in Dallas, California, all sorts of places, Vegas. It's hot as fuck in Miami, and humid to the point where I go out to do day game a couple times a week, and my shirts will literally be soaked through with sweat. Like, after about an hour, you can't do approaches because you're soaked in sweat, and you're gonna be like, hey, sorry, I'll try not to drip on you from my forehead and my soaked shirt, but I thought you were cute. No, don't run away, no! So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I've been doing a decent amount of day game, though. I just walk around with a shirt off. Which, one of the things I thought about when I moved to Miami was, man, it's really douchey to walk around with your shirt off all the time. But like I said, the aforementioned hot as fuckness kind of counters that out. What else is going on this week? This week I have a bunch of posts for you guys. I'm editing my book, currently untitled, possibly will be called Game Over. I know Savoy said that title is up for grabs now. But my book is basically my life story of walking through the community for the last 6 years, kind of what I learned. There's a slight angle on it, though, which is that it's kind of about growing up in the community, because, like I said, I got into this at 19. Gonna be 25 in about a month and a half, so that's interesting. So it's kind of the pitfalls and problems and stuff that guys can encounter when they forego a more normal, teenage and early 20s years for jumping into the seduction community, and what I learned about myself and women and life and the universe, and it should be pretty interesting. So we'll see. I've been writing it for off and on for years and years and years, so I'm entertained by it. Hopefully everyone else will be. There's tons of gossip. If you guys like pickup community gossip, this probably has all of the stories that I haven't told out in various radio appearances or this, that, or the other on my blog. So there'll be a lot of dick crack in the book. Look for that. I don't know when it's going to be done, but I'll have some more of those anonymous quotes. So far, the anonymous quotes have gotten a pretty funny response. I've heard from both of the people who were the quote people thus far, and they both thought it was funny, so that's good. What else? I have a post coming up on sticking points, which will be really interesting because one of the things guys don't realize is that sticking points, they're not like these easy to kind of follow and fix things. They're more kind of things that you're going to have overall because they're larger areas in your life that you might be messing up. Like, for example, I used to have a real big problem with being decisive, making decisions, and asking for what I want. And so that would manifest itself in an inability to force number closes, an inability to escalate the interaction, an inability to get girls to do things sexually that I wanted them to do. And after a while, after, thinking that I had all these sticking points, I was like, all my sticking points are, sexual escalation or this, that, or the other. I realized that the real sticking point was not being pushy enough, not being decisive enough, and that really helped and changed my game a lot. So that's something that I'm going to write about, because if you have one or two main sticking points, there's something usually going on that's a little more, and there'll be reasons where even if you academically and theoretically know what to do, you won't be able to actually apply it in field, which I'm sure sounds familiar to anyone who's read the Game Acceleration Doctrine or heard me talk in the last year about the learning process of pickup, because theoretical knowledge does not equal actual understanding and application. So it's no good being able to recite the Venusian Arts Handbook or many of my books. I just got a text from a girl I'm going to be hanging out with in a little bit. All right, sweetheart, talk to you soon. This is what I'm doing. I'm not hanging out with girls to talk to you guys, so I hope you appreciate that. Though, me hooking up with one girl on the beach till 6 a.m. and then getting out of bed and hooking up with another girl is probably the lifestyle that you guys think I lead, but really that'll probably just make me feel like I'm being the most unproductive person ever. So I'm going to try to get a little work done, which is what I'm doing here when I'm talking to you guys in my video blog from my bed. So you guys have gotten into the place where many women in Miami have found themselves. It's an interesting place to be. I love my bed. I love sleep. Like, if I could just sleep all the time, I would be a much happier person. Unfortunately, I don't get enough sleep, but I'm going to work on that, too. That's part of the big life improvement plan, is to get on an 8-hour-a-night sleep plan, so we'll see how that works. What else? Hooking up on the beach sucks, by the way, because sand gets everywhere. Literally, like, I came home after the girl went back to her hotel to rejoin her friends. She's like, oh, I can't spend the night with you because my friends will know what happened. I'm like, dude, your friends left the club at 4. We've been out here since till 6. Your friends know what happened. But yeah, there was sand in my mouth, sand in my teeth, sand in my ears, sand in my shoes still. Like, my clothes are still on the floor because when I got home, I just threw them off because I was sweaty and gross and sexy and ugh. So I'll have to do a little bit of cleaning up. But yeah, hooking up on the beach is lame. Like, I fucked a girl on the beach. Like, I wrote a lay report about it a couple weeks ago, and we fucked on, like, some chairs, and I should have just gone on the chairs with this girl, because we found, like, a towel on the beach. Just some random person left a towel there, and we hooked up on that. But, like, it was not good. Like, there was sand all down her arm. Like, sand got in her pussy a little bit. Like, it was not a positive experience. So we're going to put a thumbs down on hooking up on the beach. It's not that cool. I tried to get her to skinny dip like the other girl, and she was not down, which made me sad. Though there were a lot more people on the beach this time. People on the beach in Miami are ridiculous. Like, there's people who ride, like, there's these police that ride ATVs, like those 4-wheel things, up and down the beach. Their job is basically just to stop people from hooking up. Like, there were couples on top of each other all over. So I'm firmly not down though. With the beach hookup. Like, I've done it 5 or 6 times now in Miami, and every time I get sandy, and I'm like, man, it would have been better in a bed. So that is my word of wisdom for you guys today. Take that to the bank, and I'm going to post this up, and if you guys have comments, hit me up with it. If there's anything you guys want to share, let me know. I'll be around all week. We'll be on the forums. Make sure you listen to the podcast, which will be coming out in the next couple days, and I'll talk to all you guys soon. Thanks.